Hello and good morning. This is Mia. Oh, Dr. Mia. I had gone to the post office yesterday. I was expecting two things, and on Thursday, I was expecting some medicine I had ordered um, through Full Script, and I had one item that was being sent to me for my membership on the committee. It's Naturopathic Physicians Committee in Diversity and Inclusion. I was expecting that. I didn't know when to expect it, and that came, and they said I had one slip in my PO box. They said, "Is this you? Is this your box? Or what's your box number again?" Just making sure there's two boxes. And I noticed later on when I got home or whatever that I had um, that they wrote Doctor and my last name on it. And I wonder if the cashier or the clerk saw that doctor, and they had written it in pen, whoever did the label, which is kind of weird. I'm wondering if that person had thought it was a mistake because of the title. So anyways, that's their problem now. Alright, so we're gonna do eBay, and I don't want to do it, but we gotta get this stuff out of here. This crate has a list on a half of a, or at least half of a index card, and I have written down what it is. And a lot of stuff I don't really want to get rid of. I have a tendency to do hoarding, and I had a dream, by the way, guys, that I woke up and I was chasing this bug, and it was like this long, slender, it's kind of yesterday I saw it looked like a termite. It was like the wings, how the wings are like that grayish, whitish, clear, or opaque color. Not shiny, really. Oh, they probably are shiny, but it's kind of like in the picture there on the wall. But I was like chasing this thing, and then the phone rang, like in real life. So I have the stuff that I have. We're gonna go through and just I don't know. So I have these. These are pants. Oh, we're gonna go through and check eBay, and then you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm not gonna do this. Actually, yeah, I'll do it on my phone for now because I'm gonna play this game on inbox dollars while I talk, because I'm trying to shop at Walmart too. I got no money to shop. Legitimately do not have any money right now. I gotta do a business permit to work in Vermont, and I gotta double check the fine print to see if I can work there. To see if I could work there across the state lines. In Oregon, you can do telehealth. Your patient needs to be in the state. You could be somewhere else, or in the state. In Washington, it's the same thing. I don't know where to find the official rules. I feel like painting this whole place. If I painted this place, oh my god, you guys, I would say that it was a nightmare. I've never done a place for myself. I've only done at church the trim on all the doors, which actually makes a difference. You sit in the bathroom or sit in the bedroom or walk into your house, and everything is all scraped up and scratched up and dirty, and people have dead bugs and spills and all kind of nasty who knows what, and crayons scribbled, and you're kind of like, what? Anyways, I gotta clean up my area too. There's a bunch of boxes here. I'm fixing to go downstairs and go take out some recycling. I ought to do that right now, guys. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw on some kind of outer sweater, and I'm just gonna run down some trash and recycling. Before I forget, naloxone. You could get it from the pharmacy. You can order it. I don't know if you can order the pharmacy to deliver it. I'm actually gonna do it. There's people dying, folks. As the days, the years, the months, the decades go by, where people were using opium, thousands of years ago, then people were using, what was the war soldiers? I think they were also using opium, and then people were using, morphine, whether it was a drug, prescribed drug or not prescribed, and then people were using codeine, and now it's just fentanyl, and the stuff cut with fentanyl, and even the people that were using heroin. There's two things. One, they're using the heroin, and they're getting crappy, or normally cut stuff. So it's like maybe 50%. I don't know what the percent is. Person's trying to get rich, they're going to cut it with something else. So it's not pure. Someone else comes along, a newcomer, someone's trying to get rid of something. They come along and they have the drug more pure. And somebody's doing the same amount, like the same amount of substance they're used to, or maybe they try more because they're in a bad mood, or because they gotta hurry up, I don't know. And they overdose because they active ingredient, and the other people coming along and doing something, people using marijuana, something's cut with it, or I don't know, man. I'm in recovery. I sat through a couple hours of a online NA meeting that runs 24 hours a day. They shut it off for about a minute every day to reset it, I guess, for Zoom. You got any questions about this? Contact me, look it up. Last year, my counselor actually told me about that one in 2020. And that's the only place I met people. I need to stand up in there, read. I need to stand up in there, share, ask for a sponsor. I'm thinking something right now. I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm just thinking of something right now. Let me try to get this out. 6:30, 6:40. Let me see if I can get this trash and recycling out before the people come. Hi, it's me. I'm back. And you can see I got all sweaty from all that. I keep forgetting now. I have a situation. There's a little. It's actually an ashtray on this lamp, and I've been putting my jewelry on it, like my earrings. So I take them off at night. And then I put my iPad on. And I keep forgetting that the iPad has the magnet, so this cheap jewelry is getting. So I'm missing some stuff, and I'm wondering about that. Well, one of my earrings fell off. I need to clean up this area. Anyway, look for that before we vacuum. The magnet might be picking up some of the jewelry. I carry the iPad around or slide it or do something, and then it drops it somewhere else. That's good. That's lemonade from last night in a thermos. Yum. It's still cold. So I don't have the item or the phone. So I did sell it's kind of like a really low impact sports bra. I had got extra large, and I have two for sale, or I have one that's sold and one that's in the tubies put online, and then I have another one I've been wearing on account of I didn't have any other bras, so it's like purple. Someone bought one, and I found it later after I had the tie-dye colored one. I was freaking out. So when I have my eBay sales, I start going to these containers like this one, this plastic Sterilite container. And I hate that feeling of freaking out, like, alright, where is it? And dig through everything. And when I'm by myself, and I dig through everything, I'm having a spaz attack. But I say, oh yeah, there's that thing. Oh yeah, there's that thing. And I'm going to go through my list and make sure that the stuff's priced appropriately. I know where it is. I've only done one time where I put, in the title, I put like had been 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So say I had a sports bra and I put B in 3 or something on the title. And people say, wait, is this 1 or is it 3? And I was like, oh, don't do that, because it's going to look like you get 3. On somebody's website I was looking at, or someone's eBay page, they had the very end of their listing, they had description of the listing, they had like R09 or something. I was like, that's one way to do it. And then another way, and what's interesting, you have the 2 ways to view your listing. They keep changing the app, but you can, I don't know if you could still do it. Wasn't there one you could see the, oh no, that's Weebly. Sometimes, so if you do something, say you do something on a computer or you do something a certain way and it does the HTML, then you look at it on your phone and it's all the like code instead of like, this is a green cotton top, machine washable, and you see it all like ampersand, this and that, like, So this person's, when you look at it one way, it's like rows with that, whatever their code is somewhere else. But then when I look at it on my phone, it's all like one long sentence or one long paragraph. So think about that. If you're selling something, look at yours. If you look at someone else's, for me, if I look at somebody else's stuff, someone told me that people have been doing this to me for a couple of years. When I'm comparing myself to others, people say, the Bible says not to compare yourself to others. Like, I don't know if it says that. Don't compare yourself to others. So say I'm getting an F in a math class, and classmates all around me are getting A's and A pluses or even B's. What are the people with the A's doing? What are people with the B's doing? What are people with the C's that you got to pass this class, So when I think of being successful, you want to hang out with the successful people and do what they're doing. You're not saying, so I'm saying, gee, I haven't gone to class. I forgot to buy the book. Oh, I don't have the problems. I'm not doing the assignments online, which are a lot of the grades. I'm not doing the online quizzes. What's the person with the C doing? They don't have a book, but they're doing the online work. What are the peoples with the B's doing? What are people with the A's doing? Oh, they're reading a book in advance. They're coming to class. They're taking notes. They're doing the problem. They're doing the homework. They're taking the online quizzes. And they're getting ready to go into the midterms or finals. And they're studying, reviewing, going to office hours. Oh, that's what I got to do if I want to get an A. Will that guarantee that I get an A? No. But if you don't give your all to do what you believe works, you're going to stay stuck. Now, there's no saying you're not going to come into the final and just ace it. But you want to, this is not a video game, guys. You're not going to die during that, I don't know, let's call it chapter, whatever it is. Excuse me, die during that level and just start over. By the way, starting over on Duolingo, I have like 200 or 300 of those lig nuts. I don't think they call them lig nuts anymore. Oh my gosh, I had like 35,000. I spent them all trying to recoup my gains and restore my hearts. It is a nightmare. I'm about to not play it. Anyways, I didn't have the app. I didn't have all that stress. I just did my 20 points a day and moved on. I didn't have these tournaments. I didn't have... and it's really disrupting. It's like a video game. It's disrupting my life. I'm not doing my work. I'm not having family time. I'm hoping to God that this video game problem turns into me actually knowing the language, because I sure as heck, I get some aha moments with some of the words, but for the most part, I don't think I could hold a conversation with any other language I'm learning, so no offense. Like, none more than I've already learned when I was a kid, and actually forgotten that stuff, like, the como te llamas, like, I don't know, como te llama? Como se llamas? Llama? I can't even say anything. Pequeño, un poco, verde, vestidos interesantes, vestidos interesantes. It's like, is that even a whole sentence? Alright, so get a bonus. How? Complete a starred premium magic receipt. Starred premium. The heck? Let's see. There's all these candy bars, magazines. So I didn't do much billing this week, and I'm really struggling with that. I do not want to do this eBay thing. Alright, so you know what that means. We're gonna go to eBay, and we're gonna look for these pants first of all. Okay, so that person purchased that. I'm thinking the stuff in the bins and the ones that don't close, and the stuff that's in the bag, and how I already pre-bag them, and then usually I put 2 pieces of tape on it like this, and then it's really hard to tear the bag and try to see if you could salvage, and you don't want it to look floppy. I don't want any critters, no spiders, no silverfish. Like, I'm really scared, so I need to clean that middle room, clean this room, vacuum. There was a survey question about mopping. I was like, I don't mop very often. So I have the pants. I feel like I thought I sold these already. So these are, where did I get them at, Target or Walmart? I think I got it, but they're not even on here for Pete's sakes. So I thought I sold those already. Well, I sold the other yoga pants. Oh, I love those ones. That's the problem. These are my personal clothes. Most of them. Alright, so we're gonna do, I have these Cascade Sport 810, and there's a strand of thread, like the thread broke or something on part of it. So average listing price, listing price average $3.99 to $24.99, average shipping $7.60. 14% have free shipping and 10% have promoted listings. So someone's got the same ones for $24 plus shipping. Those aren't the same ones. These, I bet you the ones I have are cotton, because I do not like, yes, the ones people are selling are poly spandex. So people got them for $17 to $20. Alright, let's click on this one. This person has it for $17.99 and 8, and the one under it has it for a large $24.99 plus $9.99 shipping. I don't know if that's shipping. Let's look. I think it is. Why don't I see the shipping? That's weird. Usually you can see it on there. So these are polyester and have a drawstring on them. Alright, guys. And I also use most of my clothes, my personal clothes, except what I'm wearing right now, except for what I'm wearing, are cotton, or, can you see this? Are mostly cotton. So I should increase the price. So these are like capris, size medium. They have a lavender, a purple stripe, and a gray stripe, and then the inside is light purple, like lilac. Oh, I love lilac. Oh yeah, the purple stripe. So I love these pants. These were some of my favorite items. Um, these are, you can't tell. It's like 37 spandex. 4 spandex, sorry. 37 poly. 50 something. I can't read it. 50 something. I don't have my phone. Cotton. Alright, so we're going to say cotton poly spandex blend. And then this is where the strand is out, and there might be another spot. So, they smell a little stuffy. Like how old clothes smell when they're put in a plastic bag. So I guess we don't have a dryer either. So, and then I don't use detergent with perfume. Speaking of which, we're gonna go do the. Oh, I made it like way too small. We're gonna go back to this listing. What happened? I went to research the price and it. We're gonna go back to this listing and find. So these people actually have them for more than. Is this the shipping price they're charging? Just the average shipping. The shipping rates have gone up. I don't know whether that's first class. So the cheapest one on here is straight. It said poly blend 6 and $5.95. Why can't I see my listing? Let's go back. Oh, because I wasn't in there. So let's go back and edit this whole thing. Why can't I see the edit? This is reading me out. Okay. This is not, usually it lets me edit. Let me edit it because I don't like the way, that's not my edit. This is my item. Why can't I edit it? This is reading me out. Okay. Revise your edit. There we go. Didn't like the word edit, I guess. So sign in again. So this is taking forever. So I'm gonna put on here cotton blend, okay, on the title. Is that, for me, I would be looking for cotton or as much cotton as I could find. I have on here 55 cotton, 37 poly, 8 spandex. That doesn't even total. So 55 plus 30 is 85. Plus 8 is 93. Oh yeah, just okay. I need to study like the studiers in math class. They take the test. I have it as, okay, so the fabric type, let's see, it is cotton polyester, so that should be like that, so that's going to be fixed. Pattern, no, I want to say that there's a stripe, so I'm going to say, how much, it has 7, I'm going to say black, lilac, oh, I like it choose black, okay, so I'm going to go into the, where is the description, okay, I'm going to change the description, because I don't like, I'll say light purple, And then I'll say lilac. Oh, all I want is to smell a lilac right now. So there was these bugs in the where I grow my plants, and we're wondering if they came from the dirt or if some kind of critter came in here, laid eggs, they hatched, and there's critters crawling around. So everything has got to be clean from top to bottom. Swept. We put down some bug bait traps in the walls, though we didn't put them. We didn't even have them anywhere on this part, so we probably need to put some. Some of the stuff is attractants. You don't want to attract critters from outside or from downstairs to come in here. So that's part of the problem I meant to say the other day. I couldn't get my words out. Is that the critters, if we maintain our leased area, then the other tenant is not doing any pest control, and they're not doing any pest control from the outside. It's going to be let's see. See photo of a waistline. So that's why my price isn't. I say Lucy. Okay, so I like to put the condition below the actual. I usually don't spend this much time because it's oftentimes put up quickly before I'm on my way somewhere. I'm not going to thank them for their interest. Handling time typically same day to 2 business days. Okay, so this is weird. It's not letting me change the format of the price, which is really weird. It's usually when you have something with a offer or allow buyers to. Okay, so we're going to donate to, who is this? Is this from Baltimore? Needle Exchange Technology. Oh, really? I don't know who that was. Baltimore Harm Reduction. Okay, so let's look up a charity to donate to. So, Baltimore Reduction. It's not showing up. Is this not a charity? Baltimore Next. Needle Exchange. Where else can I get? Let's just type in Next and see what pops up. No, there's a whole bunch of Next. Sometimes you get postcards and stuff. Sound popping up. They'll say if there's. Sometimes you'll see a communication, and if it's a non-profit, which not sure it is. It usually has some kind of, I think it is. It usually has some kind of, this is a blah blah blah. Anyways, I don't even remember what I intended to get all of this information. So I'm gonna do Talbot Interfaith Shelter as my so I have $15.49. I'm gonna completely change the price to $17.99, which seems crazy when I talked about puckering. I didn't really see it, the puckering, but 3 days, 13 by 10 by 1 pound, so I have it at 10 ounces. So I'm going to pause you and go weigh it without any packaging. I'm going to grab a little bit of packaging material I have set out here. It's a padded envelope. Alright, so I have raised the price, which is weird. And 7, so round up to 7 ounces. Okay, so I have it at 10. This box, or this bag, poly envelope is not 13. It's about 10 by 8, 10 by 7. I can change that to, that's if I want to, maybe I don't want to use, why isn't it letting me do that? 10, that was like a fraction, okay, by 8. Let's say 10 by 8. It's usually when they want to know whether it's abnormal, or if you have something soft that only weighs like a pound, and it's like this size, and you do the measurements, and maybe if it's this size, it'll say it's like $25 or $21 a sugar or whatever. But if it puffs up a couple inches to that, past that threshold, then we'll go to like $45. I've done that before with some padding for the bed, that foam fingerling things. Okay, so I'm just gonna update this because it's weirding me out. Let's see. Let me put. Sometimes, why do I feel like I felt like I didn't put the actual. Oh, I did see the. Okay, I was say cotton. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see, I don't like. So I was talking about bugs earlier. I don't like the. I like the description, and then I like the condition. Or the description of like what is the item, and then more of the condition. And I'm gonna update that. Alright, so I have these lavender satchels. I know these are old. I don't know what to do about it. I don't have a good climate control, so I have several new containers. This is sold twice already. Oh, you know what? I forgot that I was gonna go through these. So these satchels, I'm gonna do something here. $3.99 for a 4-pack. So I'm gonna reduce the price. I'm gonna reduce it to $2.15. Where's my item? That's why I couldn't see before with that revise area. Okay, so I'm gonna say, where's the revise? Good golly jeepers, where is it? Oops, it's not even the right item. I don't know what I did. Okay, it's a cocktail dress. What's this on the top? New listing experience coming. Modernize it. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay. Please now. USPS. So I gotta turn this freaking instant. I was gonna leave that on for like a minute. I'm gonna put the dress at 32.49 just for the sake of it, and I'm gonna go to make sure. Okay, I have that at 10 ounces. So I'm gonna put it at 12. I don't even know. Because if those pair of pants is 7 ounces without the package, then that should be more. Let me put this inside out. Shoot, I should have pushed pause. Shoot, guys, hold on. I'm gonna put on a timer. Ooh, I had left that burn like an inch of it. That naughty champa stuff, you gotta be careful. It does. The one in the blue box, they do some fast burning with that, and it's thick. So I'm just gonna put a timer on for 10 minutes. I got these candles that I need to burn for spiritual reasons. So let's go back to the lavender satchels and edit that. I'm just calling it edit now. I stretched the page. Flower filled. I'm gonna say handmade. Oh, that was weird. Let's do. Why is it? It's not letting me change the selling format. That's really weird. Quantity 3. What the heck? Quantity 3. This should be 4. That's weird me out. Okay. So I usually donate these other items from this one person. Some of these jewelry items, oh god, I got the itchy foot. Oh my god, that's driving me crazy. Alano House of Flint. I don't know why it's not letting me change the type. What I want to do is look for the quantity of. So I'm going to put the date of year manufactured 2022 because I'm going to make new ones. And number in a pack 4. And what the heck? What I cannot find is how many you have. What is that called? quantity. This is so confusing. Additional options. So 4 in a pack. Usually, the word quantity is not making sense to me. Condition, category, custom labels, SKU. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna change the price. There's a lot of people selling this. I wish that I could actually sell these. Like, you can just keep buying lavender and have it go bad. I'm gonna have to put it in some teas. So I'm just gonna update that because it's really bothering me. What is this? Oh, my Levi's jean shorts. Oh. These are. I met my boyfriend. I was dating somebody else. Before, when I started dating that other person, I was at the 128, or down to 128, and then with the stress of that, I went up to like 130 or 132, I don't know, something like that. I can't remember exactly the months. And then I went up to I don't know if I weighed in a lot. My weight gradually went up until I was, a few months later, I was at 155. So like 130 to 155. That's a pretty big, it was a 25-pound weight gain. And I felt like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I was just eating raw foods and healthy foods and taking walks. So over a mile a day, which I know is not that much really. And being really stressed out, and then my weight went 155 to 165. I said, oh my God. So I was working these jobs, trying to get a lot of exercise at the jobs, and then I was working at the post office, and my weight with the Smooth Mood tea went down to 161. So I said, yeah, with these teas and the detox stuff, I'm going to be able to get my weight down to the 150s again. And so going from 120s to 150s, you feel like devastated, but it just kept climbing rapidly to the 170s, and I've been stuck in the 170s this year, and then it rapidly increased. So I told you recently, so I was like maintaining like 175, and I couldn't get it to budge really down anymore, and then it shot up to 189, and I went out of town, didn't eat one day, didn't have all the salt and stuff that I had, and I swore the scale at my house in Oregon went to, I swore it said 176 versus 180. I was like, oh, I didn't eat for a day because I misplaced my food on the airplane. I literally lost it. Like, I had to have dropped it because I still don't see my food. It's not like, oh, it's in my coat pocket or something. You know, I still haven't found the bag of nuts I was supposed to eat on the airplane. And my weight went down. So I was like, oh, I should consider, like, removing the sodium. But I wonder, I felt like when I lived at that house and went up and down the stairs and had a yard and had less, there's a lot of stress in that neighborhood because it's like welfare housing, but there's that space that you can have as your own. And I feel like my weight went, maybe the scales are different, I don't know, but I came back here, just ate a little bit of raw food, fake bacon, and then my weight felt like it shot back up. to 184, and I was like, a couple years ago, it was steadily in the 160s, which was high for me, but that's still like a size 14, right? So some of these clothes were already too small after leaving the 130s, in the 120s, having the size smalls and being able to fit in extra smalls. Even my boots don't fit right now. One of my pairs of Doc Martens, I'm really mad about it. So then I'm going from that weight to being at 189 and being scared to weigh in, because it was about 2 or 3 weeks I had gained about, I felt like 15 pounds, and then 176 to 189. And so now I've been trying to take medicine, and I haven't been doing the detox stuff. Trying to exercise inside the house. Did some cleaning that wore me out. Did a lot of walking that wore me out. And I got mirrors. My boyfriend got some mirrors. We didn't have the money for it. We have had some issues with the zipper being down on your pants or shorts, and making sure you don't have like weird stuff on your face. But to see when I could fit into these clothes that I'm showing you, I even had this this cute top. I don't know what size it is. It's just so sad to be trying to be a certain weight, even though people say you don't want to be fat shamed, you don't want to say this is a bad thing. But when you're exercising and taking the walks and doing if you're taking 2, 3, 4 mile walks regularly, like 2, 3 times a week, and then about a mile, or maybe sometimes it's only like a quarter of a mile, doing the exercise at home. Finally got the yoga mat the other day out, and doing this stuff, eating the salad, eating the zucchini, eating a smaller amount of nuts, not eating the noodles anymore. That's what dropped my weight from over 185 to right at 185 or 184. Then the stress level is super high. Even from going from your door to your car to work, to going into work or going into a work truck, going here, checking these things, getting out, walking here, using the bathroom, all that is, 1 or 2,000 steps. You're going through, zigzagging back and forth across the parking lot, across 2 or 3 parking lots. That was giving me an extra mile at the job. Going out on the piers, I swear, going down from the parking lot down to 1 and back, I swear it's like, I don't think it's a mile, but it's like a half a mile. If you look at the, I'm stuck here. If you look at the pedometer, we're gonna do the shirt. Research prices for this leopard top. So, $11.99. I'm the only one that has one on here. So I'm gonna change the price. I'm gonna lower it to $8.50, which partly because it doesn't have a size. I hate to lower stuff, but it's gotta go. I can't fit into it. These, I think my boyfriend wanted me to keep, so we keep going back and forth. I believe I took these off. So I was going to do one more edit, but I'll show you some more of the items. The eBay branded stuff. 10 bubble mailers. Nobody's interested. Okay, so I gotta go through and... Oh, I threw away... There's a pack I had. It's on here still. Mini starter kit. It had some of these boxes and some other stuff. I gotta find this stuff. So I gotta go through here and find everything. I'm going to lower the price of my coin envelopes. I feel like I should have gone back to bed. So yeah, I believe I took these off. Let me go to the coin envelope. So I'm getting rid of all the boxes. Again, I don't know if I don't want any surprise bugs. Unfortunately, there's not like big enough. There might be actually big enough. That container there, maybe. Just a regular low size yellow top black plastic container. Some of these boxes I'm getting rid of. Big, huge boxes, but there's some that when they're flat, they're really big. But if I fold some of them down, I can store them in there. I have a lot of envelopes and poly mailers in the boxes. I try to keep everything. Some of my USPS boxes are not. So I am going to reduce the price of this trinket. Let's see, this is just the top of the, it's covered with sterling, or covered, yeah, what is that called? I can't even think right now. Okay, so this is sterling, but this is only the lid, because you could see some people had this on here. Silver plated, that's what I couldn't think of the word, okay. Okay, there's a similar one. Someone's got the whole box. Some of these just say silver toned. We had a bunch of stuff in a trash bag from the same person, and the energy of it was weird, and I threw it away. And do you think I'm kicking myself? There could have been diamonds and who knows what in there. But there was some stuff starting to dry rot, and here's mine, $15.99. So I'm gonna lower the price by $2 to $13.99. Okay. Just a minute. This thing is sold, but the people didn't pay for it. Alright, so let's not do any more edits. And now I'm gonna want to look at everything. I have this wallet. I want to use a wallet for my, I don't have it in here, my little Doc Martin patent leather. I'll try to put my, I'm actually probably going to do that. Try to put something in it. So $6 at the Goodwill. I needed a wallet because I had this Nike one from the Goodwill in Oregon, and it didn't work that well. So my wallet now is basically a big thing inside of a backpack. A big leather, I don't have it, a big leather wallet. And it's really heavy. So it's hard. I said I was just going to put this stuff up for sale. I have this. This one that still had that silica in it, so I think it's new. The Vera, not the Vera, wait, what is the other lady's name? Vera Bradley. Yeah, I think it still has the silica in it. I have this with a matching bigger purse that I got at the, so a lot of this stuff is just my stuff. Still has the tag on it, $8 at, it's a lot. At, so not Salvation Army, what is it called? I don't say Mary and Saints, not the St. Vincent de Paul. So they have the other one that I was using a little bit, but my iPad only fit in the outside pocket, which weirds me out. I mean, it's okay, I guess if you're going to a doctor's appointment, but I needed a purse. I got another purse from Walmart that it's like nice and shiny, but they curve them at the top, you know, so that you can't really put stuff in. So I try to put something in there in a wallet, and then I had the I have another one like this that I'm using, but it's not. It's like a coin purse style. I think it's. I don't know where it is. It just has some old cards and maybe some old ID for my insurance. So I had so that purse is bigger from Walmart, and it has a snap on the outside. So if you pretty much put anything on the inside, the snap comes apart and it basically looks super sloppy. Like, I don't understand how to explain it, but it looks super sloppy. So I have more of these that I need to get put together. Coin envelopes. I found these somewhere. Here's some more. Looks like I pre-counted these. I have this orange shirt. I washed it. The first time I washed it, this is mine. The first time I washed it, I lost the fake leather drawstring. And then this shirt is so cute. Kohl's, layers up in Kohl's. I have my Denizen jeans that used to smell like mothballs when they were new. And I wore these several years ago in from very minor shopping stores in Portland. I love these because they had like the flare leg or the bootleg. My mine's kind of like more like starting to look like bell bottoms, so I love that style. These are a nice size. I don't know what size, maybe 10. So when I came out here, all of my clothes that I had out here are now too small. Oh, here's a tank top. So you see how large I am now. And look at this tank top. And the tank top and a pair of Denizen jeans or a pair of Levi's. I was looking cute. I was wearing a little bit of makeup. I had my hair covered. I love the camisole tops, even though I have nipples and breasts. I can't even see that. I think it just said, I feel like it looks like it said size 5. I think it said S. So there's dust on it. So all this stuff got washed, but didn't necessarily go through a dryer. So this is so cute, and I hate, again, saying because I'm big, I'm not looking right. And people will tell you you're not looking right. When I was small, I wasn't looking right, because look at my skin color. People don't want to value people of color. I think this is another one of those bowls. I probably will take them out and put them in this glass thing, so maybe wash them. And I have one I'm using for, what do you call it? So there's 3 here, actually. There's one I'm using for the, incense. Not incense, what is the word? Smudge stick, my sage. So I got 3 here and 1 there. And we were gonna, so this, a lot of this stuff is from my partner's grandparents' home. The stuff that the other relatives, they picked through and didn't want. Some of the older stuff, or from his other encounters in life. This is so cute. I don't even know if I have this listed. This was in, oh shoot, look at the, I'm gonna have to repair this. This is coming off. I'm glad so that's why it's also good to look at stuff. You want to look at stuff if it has elastic to make sure there's no dry rot. So this needs to be repaired. I'm gonna have to write. So it's a size large, and I thought this would look. The place we were before, it had a raggedy pool, which we only used once. I wish we had time to use it before we moved out. But basically, this is. I was hoping I could use it as a pool cover or like a summer dress. It would be nice to be able to wear something like this with the leggings or the spandex, yoga pant things. So this is going to have to be sewn. I need to look for, which I think this is kind of close to my favorite color, so I'm thinking, what is the thread that I have that I can use? Anyways, so I'll have to disclose that the strap is coming off, and then so I would have been able to wear that like 2 years ago. Or even 2 years ago, I couldn't wear it. There's an old ink cartridge. I'm about to just give that away. Let's pull it up. So I don't want to get rid of this purse. That's not listed. I'm going to do it though. So I'll come back and see if that other thing is listed. The chaps, they have it. Other people have it at $12, $27. 19, 20, 10. So everything is pretty high. $1. I want this stuff to move. When I was at 160, and I'm like, okay, I can get back down to the 150s and 140s and still squeeze into my small. You have to be careful that if they're your clothes, because you're gonna stretch them out, or potentially like those ones cause the thread to break, you know. So I'm just gonna say $8.99. But it's really sad to see this stuff not being able to be used. Some of this clothes, again, the new stuff like the, I'm just going to check these things out. Some of this stuff like the new, what am I trying to say? I'll set this whole box out. The jeans, these are books. I don't know which ones they are. I'm not going to bring them out right now. These kind of clothes needed something decent. Kohl's, this is not necessarily the dressy professional wear that people want to see you in an office or as a director somewhere. But the cotton, especially like some of the times I was in med school wearing a white coat, you know, over top of something, they said we could wear knit. So it's hard to wear a knit top that's like a t-shirt material when the guys are wearing cotton button-up shirts with ties. And some of the teachers will be wearing a blazer. So this jewelry is some of the stuff from somebody that was in my partner's life. So it's not really selling too much. Some of it's broken. I also just do it as a lot. This box, I don't know what to do with it, except it says cotton. It looks pretty vintage. I don't know if it's an antique. And then this egg thing on top, I'm trying not to mess with it. I feel like someone could repair it. I kind of wish that the box would sell. I'm getting used to it, but the energy of the person that had it before, I don't want to clutter, and I don't want that energy in my home. And I just burned some sage to get rid of these excess energies, and it's a material object, you know. I kind of still want to keep at least one. Someone's telling me to keep two of these. Someone's telling me to keep two, and I'm like, I don't want to keep two. You know what? They're going out. I'm going to put these pants in. And then I don't know what to do about the other purse. So we'll put the lid back on. It's probably a little bit of the jewelry. Let's see if there's any. Was there anything else I didn't list? Just the wallets, I think. So most of the stuff is listed. Looks like there's an oxygen absorber in there. You have to be careful with those. If you have an oxygen absorber, make sure you're careful with what from your food. Like I had some from these kale chips. I don't think I saw there's oil in it. I don't know. Some of them you put. I think it was this carrot, dehydrated carrots. You think you want to reuse it, you set it on a paper towel or next to a piece of paper, and then it gets grease on everything. So be careful about those. I have oxygen absorbers, and I have the humidity thingies. So it's 7:45. I feel uncomfortable talking about these items because I want to say the small sizes are so cute, and that I feel like ashamed because the culture tells you. It's like there's that young lady on YouTube that I don't know her name. I thought she died. I don't know if she died. And she was very skinny and anorexic. So it's basically she had a head, dark hair, and she had, like, you could see her bones sticking out. And I mean, it's like their bones aren't necessarily sticking out. It just happens to be that you don't have anything to cover them, no fat. And I feel like there's a lot of control in having a fit body. There's some people that naturally have what's so-called fit. Some people naturally have long eyelashes. Some other people had to work at it or pay to get something done, whether it's cosmetic or to do a technique, exercise, or do something with your lashes to make them grow, besides makeup. And I feel like with the gyms and personal trainers and yoga and people getting out for extended amount of activity, you go in and out of the schools, picking your kids up and going walking to the soccer fields and all this stuff, you're gonna get exercise, walking your dog. If you burn 200-300 calories more per day, like if I were to able to burn 200-300 more calories, I would be able to lose some weight steadily and work really hard at the detox and the fixing my diet and lowering my portions. When the physical therapy ended my sessions twice, or the insurance stopped paying twice, I ended up gaining like 10 pounds after both of those incidents. And then I ended up, so I think that I went from 160s to 170s when I ended. And I ended up not doing exercise at home. So even that hour or twice a week for I did that for months a lot of times because I have these injuries. So I did that during COVID, that 2 times a week, an hour, even though some of it is you're getting heat packs and the end you're getting cold packs and massage. There's still a good 40 minutes that you're not eating, and B, you also got out, went to the car, parked, went in, all those steps help. And for me, also getting my gut, like moving stuff around, walking, it helps get my gut going so that I don't have so much constipation. There's a lot of different things I'm trying to figure out. But seeing myself in the mirror and knowing that most of what I ate yesterday was zucchini and the kelp noodles that had 6 calories per serving. I ate a banana and some watermelon, and to know that I'm 185. Some people would eat like that and exercise regularly and be underweight. They'd be like, oh my god, I'm starving, but not me. And I'm deciding not to eat the nut butters or buy any more nuts. I've decided not to buy any more noodles. I just happened to find these. I don't think I do well with zucchini. There's something starchy. I'm not one to like to buy squash and zucchini. If I used to buy it, I didn't like it. I had one place at campus that used to make fresh salad, and they would put slices of squash, and that tasted good. Um, the wax and the wane of cleaning the house all day for 12 hours and being super sore and have my back ache for the rest of the week. There's got to be some kind of like technique to you can keep that activity level up without having to be active and, oh, I took a long walk and now my ankles kill me. It's like your whole body is on your ankles, whether you're 100 pounds or 300 pounds. Like, it's just horrible. Like, I'm trying to build and keep my muscle. I'm not trying to wear the braces all the time. Try to switch up the socks. I don't have the other brace I have a Velcro one. Those are harder. Those are bigger, so they're harder to get on with your shoes. You don't want to necessarily stretch your shoes, so you don't wear the brace. Now your shoe's too loose and you trip and fall because your shoe's falling off. So I think what I need to do is also stop using all these supplements, all of the filler ingredients. A lot of it's probably corn-based stuff. There's a lot of stuff that has rice in it. I can't do rice. I'm not doing the rice, but I'm feeling like when I lost weight the first time after gaining, it was the flour or the wheat that I cut out. And then after I did all these different techniques for general health, income level, stopped eating meat because I didn't have money because I got laid off a job. Eating out of a small jar, and then I got a bowl at the Goodwill, and that's when I started gaining more weight, when I got that bowl. So I ate a little jar yesterday and I was feeling satisfied. I said, this is amazing. And then like an hour later I'm hungry. I was like, yep, by the hour you get up and go. You have a bowl and you're eating like, this is so good, this is so good. And you're like, oh, I should save half of this. So maybe make a bowl of something, cut it in half, put it in the jar, put the bowl in the fridge. I mean, even if it's a salad, you try to eat as much. I try to eat as much salad as I can. Then I'll eat a salad and gain 3 pounds. Just drizzle a tiny bit of olive oil, a little bit of vinegar, dash of salt, and you're like, how did I gain? Maybe add a couple sunflower seeds or flax seeds to the top. How did I gain so much weight? I used to eat salads at movie theaters in Portland, and it would make me have to use the toilet. Um, but yeah, I was doing this stuff before I met my current partner and running around town and to the suburbs back and forth into all the jobs and where I was on my feet. I had accommodations for the car accident. I had a stool, but I still had to walk back and forth and push and carry heavy stuff. And the grocery store, I feel like, is a good, if it's raining, you need food, you don't want to spend money, maybe you need some apples or something. You want apples, you don't need them. You could just walk up and down the aisle, look at the prices, look at stuff for sale, see if they have any clothing. Sometimes they throw in some cotton dresses or something. You walk around Lowe's, walk around, you get to see how many on your pedometer, how many steps you took. But I don't know what to do. And I get fat shamed when I go to the doctor. And then they say, oh, you're a naturopathic doctor. Oh, you got to be eating healthy. You got to be exercising. Or they've got to lay down the Big Macs. I don't even know if I ever had a Big Mac in my life, even when I was eating meat and bread. But I had to have at least one. I'm not positive about that, though, but I feel like I had it once. Stress level, humidity. I'm going to end with wanting to do spiritual cleanse besides the detox of the body. I need to get rid of the stress that I have when dealing with others, whether I like them or not. By the way, speaking of others, that meeting last night I missed. I don't know what happened. My alarms got silenced or something. I don't know what happened. Anyways, the stress that I'm dealing with others, including the businesses around where this apartment is, including where the house is in Portland and the crazy amount of rent we got to pay, I feel like it's hard to just be yourself and find your inner voice. I was in a naturopathic class last night, a Zoom class, and I had heard the confidence of the practitioners. One was an older white man and one was a young white woman who had done residency, which is a very competitive and optional. We basically had to pay for our clinic hours, and we do the hours as part of our curriculum. So residency is can be a bridge. You're not ready to practice yet, or you want to get this experience, or if you're able to do it for 3 years, you can work in a hospital, which I kind of wish that I could do. Anyways, there's a different story. I kind of wish I could do it now. I feel like the confidence and the ability to get the job. It's not like they had a job at a bigger clinic where they had to do interviews and stuff. Instead of going in with somebody and say, hey, let's rent this building and set up an open sign and say, medical care inside, or instead of opening up a single woman room, there to have the salary and be able to have people contact this place and give you clients. Sometimes you get hired at a place, or you're a contractor, or you're a percentage earner, and then you bring in your own clients. As if there's a non-compete, that's an issue, because for me, a non-compete, I'm going to be doing births, so I don't want to be like, oh, you can't see this patient, and this patient hired you to do a birth. They don't do births at that, so it should be a non-compete with the services offered. But then what if you offer family care for a family, and then they hire you separately with your other license to do a birth at a hospital, and you're not in that clinic, and then you need to do postpartum visits and well-child checks, and you're like, oh shoot, we do house calls, you guys, so you're going to be working under them, you're going to be breaking your non-compete. I had a non-compete somewhere, something told me not to do it, but people say, oh, don't worry about those, they're hard to enforce, but nobody wants to be summoned to court because it's because something's not easy to enforce. In my opinion, if you sign the contract, you're bounded by that contract. If you want to change the contract before you sign it and negotiate, then that's a whole nother story. But if you think you know your future, like, am I going to be in this zip code or this town or 20 miles from this clinic and a radius and this and this and this, you could get a telehealth for that. But here's something, guys. Peace.